Interface Video, in cooperation with Fairfield Federal, presents Fairfield Today. Brought to you by Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan, Fairfield Medical Center, Fair Hope Hospice and Palliative Care, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield County Adam H., Dagger Law, and the Fairfield County Board of Developmental Disabilities.
Hello friends, and welcome to Fairfield Today. Paul Jasson with you. Thank you for joining us. Another beautiful day downtown as we begin the taping session here at Fairfield Federal, right on the square, everything behind us, where it happened so much over the summer. The Friday night bandstand still going on, still things happening there, so you can still look that up. Good friends here at Fairfield Federal kind of responsible for that, along with the Lancaster Parks and Recreation. We appreciate that. That's always such a big event. The movies behind us, they have 3 or 4 movies over the year. They have that. There's a huge turnout for that. And also, of course, the Friday night bandstand. So we're glad you're with us. We're going to open up the show today by talking about one of the places that it's fun to talk about because we've kind of been with them from the beginning, and now they've kind of evolved into this big space they've got, what used to be South School, the Fairfield Community Health Center. The CEO is with us, Lisa Evangelista. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Pretty exciting time, huh?
Yes. Very exciting.
For the Community Health Center. I mean, to move over there, and I know this has been something that's been on the drawing board for years, and it finally just happened, and what a great location. Great location. You must love it.
Love it. We're all together now.
So you're not in any other location. And I know you were different places around the community, and you had different things going on. So now everybody is under one roof. And what does everything under one roof mean? What is it you do there?
We do primary care. We see behavioral health patients. We also have pediatrics and women's health. So all under one roof now. And actually the administrative office is there as well, which used to be the old gym. Now that's 2 stories.
Is that right?
Yes, it's the administration office, yeah.
So do you utilize all of South School?
Every single space has been
That's
is
a
being
big
used,
place too.
right?
I mean, as I remember, of course, I was just a little kid, so it looked a lot bigger to me. That's where I first went to grade school. My first couple years was there at South School. Mrs. Peterson, her husband Larry Peterson, who was the athletic director, but Mrs. Peterson was my first grade teacher there, and I thought it was an enormous place, and it is big, but you guys filled it up.
We filled it up, and it was interesting. Well, we purchased the building back in the fall of 2016.
From the city schools?
From the city schools.
Okay.
So at that point, we thought, we'll probably lease the second
2015?
floor. 2016.
16. Wow.
And then we had kind of a opening with Jane Grody.
I remember that. Came down and talked about that.
In 2018.
At her book?
Yes.
At her book, yeah.
And then in 21, we began renovations. So it took us 2 years to get it renovated, but it was a pretty big space. We changed classrooms into care rooms, and what was interesting is the classrooms each became 3 clinic exam rooms. So
Really?
yeah, so it's very big. We still have space for a couple more providers, physicians or mid-levels, and it's very exciting. I think the patients are just, especially if they went there, they just can't believe how it transitioned into a clinic.
I haven't been in it since you've renovated. I need to go over and look at it and get the tour here because like I said, I remember when the gym was in the back and it was down a little bit. I remember it was lower. So is that still the way that is?
It is.
Okay.
Actually, my office, I can see ground level parking lot. So it's very cool. We kept the terrazzo floors throughout the building.
Nice.
We refurbished them. So
Yeah.
it's just a very unique look.
Was it in terrible shape because it had been empty for quite a while? Now the roof wasn't off of it. I mean, it wasn't terrible damage, but did it have some wear and tear?
But the building itself with the bricks is very sturdy. So we didn't do a whole lot to the outside.
It looks so great.
Yeah, and the landscaper did a great job. I mean, we're very happy here. And then the patients they just can't believe it. I mean, it's a very nice spot for them to come to see their doctor.
And how great for the schools. I'll say that for the administration down there. They're thinking ahead like this. I look at now they did have to tear the old North School down because it was in pretty bad shape, and it became Mount Pleasant, beautiful location right there. We know that. But you look at East School, that was sold. It's been refurbished to be for clients there, people that live there and do that. I look at your school there, South School. It's nice to see that something can be repurposed for that rather than tear it down, because to build something like that now would be unbelievable.
Well, and the neighborhood really appreciated that as well. And they were terrified that we were going to take the trees down in the front. I said, absolutely not. Those trees have been there forever. So we were able to save all those trees in the front of the building and on the side of the building. So.
And I'd have to think that that's a great location over there, because I think there would be a lot of folks in there. I'm a West Sider, so I'm a few miles from here. But I know places like that, when they open up near you, how important that becomes. You probably have a lot of what I might think of as walk-in business.
Yeah,
people
and I
right
think
there.
that's going to grow that business, because we don't turn anybody away. If you don't have insurance, come on in. We'll make sure we take care of you. So I think that's what's great about the Fairfield Community Health Center.
So it's the Fairfield Community Health Center. Lisa Evangelista is the CEO. And you're there at now what was, many of us remember as the old South School. You just had a grand opening there. You've got plans to, is there any more growth going on there, or you think you'll be within those confines for a while?
We'll be in those confines for a while. We have a little bit of room to grow, like I said, some providers, mid-levels and physicians. We hope to start a community garden next year. We have some space in the back.
In the back there?
Yeah, and we actually have some providers that are interested in helping with that. So that's something to look forward to.
Well, I would bet the community would be all about that, because that's very popular right now.
Right. And then we're trying to get a blessing box out there. Probably that might come sooner rather than later. And we're trying to get a volunteer program together as well. So it's a lot of exciting things that we can do now that we have the space.
And is this for lower income kind
it's
of folks?
for everybody. Everybody. We don't turn anybody away, but we take Medicare, Medicaid, all insurances.
Yeah.
If you have an insurance that we don't have, we get credentialed with it.
Yeah.
So, I think that's what's really cool about this organization. And I think now that it's kind of like center of town, not really center of town, but outside of town, it's walking distance, because there's a lot of houses and a lot of people that I think need health care. And a lot of times we were in 3 different places, but they didn't really realize what we did. So, I think with the grand opening and us taking over South School and turning it into a medical clinic, I think people are aware of us now.
So you say there's behavioral things as well as medical. That's a big part of what you do.
Yes, our second floor, half of it is dedicated to our behavioral health unit. So we have a psychiatric nurse practitioner part-time. We have counselors. So yes, it's.
Do you work by appointments, or is it a walk-in?
We have both.
Okay.
So what's really cool too is our hours followed us. So we're open from 6:30 to 8 Monday through Thursday, and then Friday 8 to 5, and Saturday 9 to 1.
So every day but Sunday, there's bodies there during those hours.
And our normal walk-in hours are from 5 to 8, and then Saturdays are walk-in.
So you've envisioned this for a long time. You've been planning to move there. You finally get in it several years later. Is it as great as what you thought it might be? Better.
Yeah, it was interesting because we had our administration office downtown across from the post office. It was in that old building right beside the well. Well, we decided to cut costs and move into the Main Street building where our residency program was, and it was our bigger building. But I really downsized into a very, very small office, like a cave-like office. And it's just very interesting when you don't have sunlight coming in and it's very dark. It's just very interesting when you open it up, because this building has lots of windows.
Tons of windows.
Right, and I'll tell you, our architect, VPL, did a wonderful job
They are
designing it.
really good.
They did fantastic. So when I take you on a tour, whenever you're available, you're going to see everything they did. And he envisioned it the way kind of our Main Street location was being used. So that's when he said, hey, these classrooms can handle 3 exam rooms. And so we have suites, and it flows very well.
Did you have to knock a lot of walls out inside? Because you say classrooms are being utilized for things, and they're reasonably big in their own way,
They
I guess.
are. I believe they did, but a lot of it was to create the reception area and then administration. So where the seats were in the gymnasium, of course, they got knocked out and built out. But for the most part, you probably can still figure out where your classroom was, but it doesn't look like a classroom anymore.
Sure. What's the number of employees you have down there? Have you grown any since you moved into this building, or are you just brought everybody
We brought
in.
everybody in, so we're kind of like stabilizing, and then we'll probably get another growth spurt in about 6 months to a year when we start getting more providers in hired. We have about, I would say, 80 employees.
Is it, and I've looked on the website, it's a good website, Fairfield Community Health Center.org, .org. Not F.C.H.C, although...
No, it's F.C.H.C.
Oh, it's HC.
You can go either way,
Okay.
and it'll take you there.
You can put the search engine, just Fairfield
Right,
Community
yeah,
Health Center,
we
and
have-
they'll find it.
Right.
And I just am so pleased that, we've kind of been here through this,
Oh,
watching you
absolutely.
move, and you've struggled to get there, and fundraising is always an issue.
You know what, this community has
once
really
again,
come.
they stepped up.
They did, and we are recognizing everybody that donated a substantial amount of money, and that they have suites named after them. So
Nice.
we are going to be getting those plaques in before too long, and so everybody can see those.
So if anybody, again, they have insurance, or if they wonder if that will work over there, the answer is yes.
Yes.
Yeah, and they can call. What's the number that they would call?
740-277-6043.
And again, that's all on the website. Everything's there. Fairfield Community Health Center. Lisa Evangelista is with us. She is the CEO over there. Got a window in your office now. You can
I
look
do.
out and see.
Yeah.
Very nice to have that
It's very nice.
green space again over
It
there.
is.
And again, the plans are still growing, still changing, ever changing, moving on. So congratulations on this, and we'll be looking for great things. We'll get you back here and talk about that. So as we're into the summer now, a great time to just go over there, and if you think you might have a need that could be fit by them, give them a call. Look them up on the website. Website's very comprehensive. Got a lot of information on the website.
Yes,
So
we do.
fchc.org, that's the website. All the numbers, everything about what they do, how the payments are handled, everything about what's covered and what they can do over there. You got a big business over there. Congratulations. Very, very happy with it.
Yes.
Doc's all happy?
Yes. Oh, yeah. They like their new space.
Very
They
good.
like their new space.
Fairfield Community Health Center. Lisa's been with us today. Thanks. We'll be in touch.
Thank you.
Sure. We'll be back on Fairfield Today.
The staff that have been here know what it takes. They've been on the other side. They see what it takes to make someone comfortable, to make the family comfortable, and really what kind of support they need. And so I think that's what really makes Fairhope what it is.
You walked down the aisle and promised happily ever after. Sometimes happily ever after means ending a relationship. We know the conversations are not easy. Deciding what's best for you, your children, and your next steps takes work and communication. At Dagger Law, we know there are no monsters in a divorce, only people trying to find their way. Local, trusted, experienced. Dagger Law.
My name is Allie. I just became 14 years sober at the end of last month. Through the support of my family and friends, I got the courage to ask for help. And through treatment services and the recovery community, I was able to start my recovery journey. Now I get to work as a peer supporter and an addiction treatment navigator, where I get to help the next sick and suffering. If you don't have family and friends that can support you right now, you can find those supports through treatment providers, the recovery community, and peer supporters like me. Every life matters, and your recovery is worth it.
This message is brought to you by the Fairfield County Adam H. Board.
The Frankie Smith Funeral Home and Crematory in Lancaster and the Johnson Smith Funeral Home in Baltimore have a long and wonderful history of serving our community. Feel free to give us a call at 740-653-0652. Stop in and see us at either of our two locations, 405 North Columbus Street in Lancaster and 207 South Main Street in Baltimore. Respect for tradition, regard for change.
Welcome back to Fairfield Today. Appreciate Evangelista being with us from the Community Health Center and to talk about her new building just a half mile from here up at South School. Go up there and see that and look around. They're doing a great job of that, kind of refurbishing that. And we thank the schools and everybody involved to make that happen, and the Community Health Center for getting that going. That's going to be a big deal. They just had an open house, so it's a very big deal up there and only going to get bigger. We appreciate Lisa joining us today to talk about it. And events that are coming up, again, for a couple of years there, we didn't have much of anything. And now, bing, bang, boom, everything happens, coming. And this weekend is no different. Last weekend, a lot going on. This weekend, the big antique tractor show out at the Fairfield County Fairgrounds. We got Doug Shaw with us. He's the big cheese out there, kind of gets it all going every year. And I bet, how many years? 28 years. And I'll bet now it seems like you just barely got done with one and it's time again.
You start, as soon as one's over, you start right back in, getting ready for the next year. Because it does take a lot of time and getting everything coordinated. And sometimes it don't coordinate just the way you want it to happen.
You do the best you can. I understand that. And so for many years, 28 years you say?
Right.
28 years, Antique Tractor Show. This is going to be at the Fairfield County Fairgrounds down there. We know that. And but for many years, you were down at Alley Park, and that was a great location down there too, but you guys just got so darn big.
Yeah, we just outgrew it. We needed a parking space and places to park tractors and so forth, so we went back to the fairgrounds in 2017.
So it's been 7-8 years down there now.
Yep, and it's worked out good. We miss Alley Park. It was a beautiful park.
Well, again,
Just
for
loved
your
it.
setting with the antique tractors
Right.
and stuff,
Right.
I mean, if that could have continued to work out, it'd been perfect because,
Right.
again, just a great setting for what you do.
And the Parks Department did a great job with
Yes.
us, working with us, so
Yeah,
we miss them and we miss the park.
yeah.
But we outgrew it. That's the bottom line.
So we got this. It's come again. Just bang bang. It's on us for the festival seemed like it's over, and now all of a
Yep.
sudden and you do a lot to help with the festival out there. I
Right,
know that.
right.
So now bang, you just put on a different hat and put on your
There
antique
you
tractor hat.
go.
So this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. What's that? The 13.
18, 19, and 20.
18, 19, and 20, but it's this weekend. Just
right.
remember that out at Fairfield County Fairgrounds, and you guys really take up a large part of that with as many things as you have.
Yeah, we got a lot of things going with tractor displays and events and demonstrations and different things. So,
Have you grown anything different this year than you normally have? You added things?
Couple things we've added. This past spring we built a basketball wagon. It's a gravity wagon that we made into a basketball hoop for the kids to play with.
Nice.
To shoot basketball, and then the ball comes right back down to
Nice.
The kids just
Kind of
love
like Papa
it.
Shot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The kids love it. It's something for them to do. Another thing we've added this year, a couple things. Another thing is we're going to do a green bin safety demonstration.
Oh, probably a good thing.
It's for first responders. They're going to do their schooling on Saturday. Sunday, we're actually going to do the demonstration where it lets the farmers know how easily you can get trapped in a grain bin. So we're going to have a live demonstration with corn, somebody trapped, and they're going to rescue them.
Really?
Yes.
Is that Sunday?
That's Sunday.
Sunday.
So in front of the grain stand. So that's something we've added this year. It helps with first responders, local fire departments.
training.
Good training for them.
Yeah.
And it also lets people like us
Awareness.
at farm, yes, how easily accident can happen.
I don't know if we had many of them around here or how recently, if at all. I'm sure we have.
Oh yeah.
But it seems like you don't think much about it. All of a sudden, you're watching the news and it happens. And
It
like
happens.
you say, it's before
And-
you know it, it's over.
And 9 times out of 10, it's not a good thing.
And probably preventable
Yes.
if you do all the safety steps.
Exactly. 9 times out of 10, you get in a hurry.
Is that
That's
what it
when
is?
accidents happen. So.
Well,
that's one
any
thing
time
we're-
you've ever seen anybody have any kind of accident with an arm or a leg or
Right.
anything, usually it's ill prepared
Right.
and they're in a hurry. They're looking around. They're doing something. A shirt gets
Exactly.
caught and then it's over.
Exactly. Even an automobile or,
Yes.
same way.
Yeah.
I mean, you get in a hurry, that's when things happen. So
So is it the, which fire department is doing
Well,
that?
we're going to get all the local fire departments in there to do their training, and then Sunday they'll actually,
What time is that, do you know?
I think it's 1:30
Okay.
on
Will
Sunday.
it be kind of out in the track, out in the
In
track
front of the
area?
grandstand, yes,
Okay, perfect
yes,
seating
yes.
for that,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
That's going to be something.
Ohio
that-
State puts it on.
Oh, is that right?
Yes, yeah, Ohio State
Well,
University puts it on.
that's
so
going to be a perfect thing for
it's a
you guys
beautiful-
here.
I saw it up at the Farm Science Review this past fall, and thought, boy, that'd be a good thing to add to our show. And, you know, we got a lot of volunteer fire departments here, and they need the training, and so.
Just
we added
win-win.
that. Yes.
Yeah.
The other thing we've added this year, we're going to do a benefit tractor drive. And that-
Benefit tractor drive.
Benefit tractor drive, and that's, we had a church come to us this spring that had a fire. Mount Zion Church up in Baltimore.
Yeah.
It was an arson, and they came to us and wanted to know if there's any way we could raise money for them to help, because what happened is, as always, they paid the contractor, and the contractor vanished. So they're short the money now.
Sure.
So they came to us and wanted to know if there's any way we could help. So we said, yeah, we'll do a benefit tractor drive. And what that entails is every one of us that wants to be involved pays $20, and we're going to take a 15-mile drive out through the countryside. And then we'll come back.
Just
to the
as a
fairground.
fundraiser
Just-
for
yeah,
Mount
just a
Zion.
yes. So that's another thing we've added this year, and I think it'll be a good thing.
Well, that's
I think it'll
always
be a
good.
fun thing for us on tractors. The sheriff department is going to escort
gonna
us.
clear the way.
They're going to clear the way.
Good.
Keep an eye on traffic for us. Hopefully, we'll get quite a bit of participation. We've done it in the past in Logan at Ag Days, and it's always been a big hit. So we thought we'd try it at our show. So,
Nice. So this is it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. What's the hours here?
like 8 to 5 each day.
Okay.
Sunday we'll probably,
A little later.
well, actually a little narrower. We'll probably go
Yeah.
9 to 4 on Sunday.
Okay, 9 to 4. And food, booze.
Oh, there's plenty
Lots
of food.
of participation.
All kinds of food booths there, and 4-H is
Charge to get in?
No,
Nope.
always free.
Okay.
As long as I'm in charge, it's going
Yeah.
to be free.
It's the Antique Tractor Show out at the Fairfield County Fairgrounds, and it is a big deal. If you've never gone to it, it is a big deal. I mean, you'd think the fair was going on when you look
Oh,
at it,
yeah,
with all the
exactly,
cars in the back there,
exactly.
the parking.
Exactly. Yeah, we've got plenty of parking. We got kiddie tractor pull. We always got events for the kids because that's what it's all about.
There's stuff going on the whole day.
Yeah, we got a coin scramble. I don't know if everybody knows what that is, but we put a big old pile of sawdust, throw a bunch of money in it, let the kids dig through it, and whatever they find is theirs. So
Nice.
it's a big hit.
Yeah.
And we do that according to age groups, so we don't get the big kids mashing the little kids. But
You've learned how to do
oh
this.
yeah. Yeah, and we got a kiddie tractor pull, and like I said,
Yeah.
we've added this basketball hoop wagon. We'll have a petting zoo for the kids. There's crafts for the women. There's parts and
I
flea
was gonna
market
say, flea
stuff for the
market
men.
stuff
Yes.
there, yeah.
Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff there. So, and it's free.
Yeah.
That's the best part.
Yeah.
Bring the whole family.
Sure.
The 4-H group sells food reasonable, so you can afford to feed your whole family. Reasonable.
And that's the only expense you got, unless you buy something at a flea market.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, you can walk around there all day for free, and where can you go to do that?
Well, that's rare.
Yeah.
Doug Shaw's with us. Are you Prez?
Yep.
Prez.
Yep.
And that's
For life.
I'm going to say that's
Yeah.
as
For
long as
life.
we've known it. This is a guy that's
Yeah.
been here with it. How
Yeah.
many members in your club?
There's over 400.
Really?
Yeah. And I'm one of the first 6 that started it.
How many
And I
years
think-
ago? 30?
Well, 89, however long that's been.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, we started in 89 with 6 of us. We've grown quite a bit.
You done all right?
And we still get, 60, 65 members to every meeting,
Nice.
which is tremendous.
Yeah.
Tremendous. We got a good group of guys that
Good
show up
turnout
every month.
to
Yeah.
participate in this.
And we meet twice a month now.
Getting closer.
Yeah, because we got a kind of a committee that kind of
Okay.
oversees the show, and then we have the regular meeting, so with all members.
So Friday and Saturday,
Yep.
about 8:30,
Yeah.
things get going
Yep.
down here.
Yep.
and then Sunday a little later, 9-ish.
Yep.
Yep. And just all day out there. Nothing but fun.
Oh, it's going to be wonderful. It's going to be beautiful weather, I hope.
Well,
So,
I'm pulling for you.
It normally has. Knock
Yeah.
on wood.
Yeah,
It's.
I got you.
I mean,
gotcha.
August is usually a dry month, so hopefully we'll have good weather.
Well, and one of the things he's talked about, Doug has mentioned that it's free.
Yeah.
And there aren't that many events
No.
where you can do all the things that you can do here. And if you want to eat, you want to go to the
Right.
flea market, you want to do some
Right.
things, fine.
Right.
Well, actually, you could come out money ahead if your kid grabs a bunch of coins in there. And
Exactly.
You can make money.
Yeah, we've seen kids getting up to $16, $18.
Nice.
Now, one
But-
thing else I want to mention is the Old Car Club is going to join up with us. They're going to bring us some cars.
Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect
We
thing.
joined up with them for the Old Car Show
Yes,
this year.
yes.
And to kind of help them out, and they decided to bring some old cars, and
They'll be along the fence there, like where they normally are.
they'll be right there by their old car station there, right there along Fifth
right.
Avenue.
Right. Nice.
Yeah, but
Well, that's a perfect
Oh yeah,
fit.
exactly.
It was for
exactly.
you then.
Exactly. We helped them out, and we enjoyed ourselves at the Old Car Show this year. And they said, well, we'll come to you guys' show. So that help each other out.
Doug Shaw with the Fairfield County Antique Tractor Club. They got their big show this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Weather's supposed to be good. No charge.
No charge.
Bring the family.
right.
You spend as much time as you want there. Good deal.
Yep.
Gonna
If
be-
you want to talk, come talk to me.
Doug's always around. That's
Yep.
a long weekend, I'm sure,
That
for you.
is a long weekend.
Well, congratulations for what your club does.
Yep.
This is something that's really a crowd pleaser.
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations.
Yep,
Good luck
thank
with
you.
the demonstration on Sunday. That'll
All right.
be very cool.
Yes, it's going to be interesting.
Okay, we had the slate up. You can find out about it. It's all over social media. You got stuff everywhere.
Yep.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Doug Shaw with us, Antique Tractor Show. This weekend, get out there and see it. Thanks for joining us on Fairfield Today.
Interface Video, in cooperation with Fairfield Federal, presents Fairfield Today. Brought to you by Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan, Fairfield Medical Center, Fair Hope Hospice and Palliative Care, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield County Adam H., Dagger Law, and the Fairfield County Board of Developmental Disabilities.